That's perfect. All right. Uh, hey everybody, we are here doing a deck showcase. Kind of a new thing. Maybe we'll keep doing it. Hopefully so. I'm joined by AkodoT1,
Hey there.
showing us his, I guess, newly updated for the RL Lion Swarm deck.
Yes, I did the Swarm deck because I was kind of tired to play AkodoT1, so I just wanted to go back to the basis. It's been about around 3 weeks. I'm 2 to 3 weeks. I'm tweaking the Swarm with Yojin. So yeah, it gives good results, and there's some nice play out of it.
Yeah, I was looking, at least at the first version you sent me, and I was kind of surprised with Ancestral Armory.
Yeah, there's not a lot of weapons, but when you can just recur some fine katanas or elegant assassins, it's just great. And if you can just manage to have a little pump over your province, it's always good.
Yeah, that's like I was looking at it, and at first I was like, "Well, there's only fine katanas," and then I remembered that Elegant Tessin is in fact a weapon. I think that's
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
most overlooked thing about that card is that it is a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. So elegant Tesson, it's really good with the armory. Sometimes you won't necessarily use armory or illustrious forge even, like
Hmm.
either, but it doesn't matter. Like it's still good. It's you just need a little bit of recurrency,
Hmm.
and it just can help sometimes. You don't need to trigger it all the time.
Sure. What else was? I assume the Righteous Kodo is just because it's a real cheap bushi. There's nothing fancy with it. It's just a 2-0 for one.
Yeah, the Raiders Hakoto is just there for the stats. Normally, you want to manage to get over with stats. Otherwise, you manage to flip provinces just to cycle out a bit
Hmm.
and to be able to bring as much as possible. Because if you're down to 2, 3 province down, then you need some guys to flip up because you don't rely only on for greater glory.
Okay,
That's what
so
I that's what I wanted to do with the deck. It's not I don't need to pull off all the time for greater glory, and you can also have a second hand victory with the honor, which is feasible. It's not always easy, but you can also honor out. That's why I bring up Kensen Nogaka
okay, okay,
on the
yeah,
struggle.
because I imagine between that, or between the message runner, the staging grounds, and the Akodo Gunso, you can easily have like 6 or 7 characters in play.
Exactly. Like sometimes I lose like at the end of the turn I lose maybe 6 guys, but at
Hmm.
the next turn I have 6 or 7 more guys, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep. Anything else you want to point out about the deck before we see if we can whoop up
Something
on
that
some
has been
randos?
really really surprising for me is the honored veteran and the swarm deck. It's really good, especially with the
Honored
pride guys.
veterans. Oh, there it is.
So you
Okay.
just manage to get the value right away, and you normally like your pride guys always get honored, and you don't have any problems with it, which is
Okay.
just very good.
Yeah, I guess that makes the Milwaukee County Guard like actually dangerous when you first buy them. Because I know most of the
Uh,
time they're just tiny and kind of bad.
yeah, like pride is 50-50 sometimes, but with the Yojin, you almost always sure to win, and if you're on Kenton Gaka, it's something to avoid the drawback of it.
Yeah, no, that makes
So
total
you just
sense.
yeah. Am I
What else
ready
is
to
there?
start?
Yeah, no, let's go
Okay,
for it.
again.
Let's log out of there, log in here.
I'm just waiting for you to join. So as a spectator, yeah.
All right,
So all good.
all right. So we can't see your hand because the screen sharing unfortunately wasn't gonna work on my current internet connection, although I am planning on making it better. Um, so, what do you typically look for on your dynasty flops?
It depends. I don't have necessarily a must show the staging round or anything like that. All
Okay,
I want is just like sometimes I'm gonna like mulligan those who cycle.
sure.
Like I have a message runner, I just mulligan it already
Hmm.
just to have something else. And in my hand right now, I just take out the censure, like unusual card or card that cannot be used the first turn. I just managed to toss it.
Okay, so that exposed courtyard is a little unfortunate where it landed.
It's all right. I have logistic. I can use it
Oh,
right
okay,
away.
nice.
Yeah,
Because
and
that's an important thing. That logistics isn't only during the conflict phase; it's basically whenever.
yeah, exactly. Well, you always manage to bring the stuff to manage to fill up provinces, face up, and all the and
Hmm.
all the things as much as possible. So now
So
I'm gonna play against Toshimoku. I don't know how it's gonna work,
yeah, I
but
was about
here's
to say
again.
like this is not looking like it's a great start.
But well, like right now I have my Gunzo, so you can see the little tricks here.
Yep,
You just flip up like three,
yep. So you are actually going to
kind of
have
nice. I
a
really like that.
you're going to have a lot of bodies and a lot of fate,
Yeah.
which is kind of
So
nice.
so right now all I'm doing is to try to manage to flip up province as much as possible, to have as much guys as possible,
Hmm.
as much, and be able to do the stuff.
You know what? That's a badass
Yep.
trick with rally too,
Yeah, exactly. It's
because
just amazing.
staging ground actually flips it up. So this is actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I like
Huh?
it.
Yeah, no, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna hit high because
Yes, because
I'm
we're playing civilized L5R. There's no reason to bid low.
yeah, exactly. So I'm really curious about what is going to do. Let's just see how it's gonna turn out.
I mean, this looks like standard. I imagine he's going to pass and just try and shut down both your conflicts here.
Yeah, we'll see how it's gonna work. Like it's going up to 9, which is a lot of a
Yeah.
lot of force. So yeah, he passes. So now what I'm gonna do, um, I'm gonna go political.
So, since we have some people in chat, if you have any questions about the deck design or what it's supposed to do or anything, feel free to shout them out. I'll relay them and we'll get them answered. So, this is, I assume, going to be very clearly a unicorn um, crane deck, and it's just going to try and duel you into the dirt. And Samuri does good work for Shameful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not afraid. Like I'm seeing Toshimoku, I'm not afraid of seeing the magistrate station and
But yeah,
a big
that went
defense.
away. Thankfully, that card is gone.
Yeah, finally, I can breathe a bit.
Maybe, just maybe, Unicorn can play against Crane now, but that's separate.
Yeah,
That's a separate issue.
exactly.
Oh, is he gonna let it go? Oh, okay. I guess that's the other side effect of the recent RL changes is a bunch of other clans are much freer to run assassination since Scorpion can't punish it quite so hard.
Yeah, exactly. So right now he did his assassinate. I just switched to military.
Yep.
So that's good news because at least he's gonna lose the province and he passed one of his conflicts. So
Shoots making a comment here that Uni actually does okay against Crane as long as it's not uh, Crane splashing Unicorn.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this offensive logistics as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to manage as much as possible to get rid of
So
the.
would it be super greedy to do the exposed courtyard to play the logistics again, since you have two of them in there?
I
Or
am tempted. I am tempted with it, but I don't think it's like I can use it on the defense.
yeah,
That's what I would like to do.
that makes sense. Because I assume now, well, no, actually, and unfortunately, I don't know who your opponent is, but
Hmm.
he's probably going to pass his conflict here too, because
Yeah, indeed.
I think if he doesn't, you're just going to run roughshod over whatever you touch.
Oh, that's a good pick.
And what did
All
he
right.
lose? He lost a bonsai. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. It's not bad. So now what I think I'm gonna see is probably a formal invitation on the Gunzo from his part
And
to
just
manage
start.
a return to offense.
That would make sense. Art of War's not bad for you.
Yeah. So now you can see Lao is going political, which is good and all right because it's gonna take the exposed courtyard. So maybe the fact to not use courtyard make him go to the province instead
Yep,
and force him to do a conflict.
yep. And
I'm just gonna.
he is not. I guess it is 6-3. You could, because he's going to have to bid low because of the assassination. Oh no, he's just going to take it. Okay, no formal invitation. Never mind.
Yeah.
So,
That's the kind of great pressure you can do with the kind of not using all the time the courtyard
mhm,
already.
is draw people to it.
Yeah.
One thing I'm noticing, and this might just be because of how this particular turn is played out. Um,
Yeah.
you are already halfway through your conflict deck, and about halfway through your dynasty deck.
Yeah.
Uh,
The deck can cycle
okay,
pretty good. Like
like that's
uh,
impressive since we're now at the halfway point of turn one that you are basically halfway through your decks.
mhm. Now maybe he's on a formal invitation, not a formal. I mean a favored month. So there's a possibility of him going into the conflict to manage to do his
He's
duel.
I mean that'd be a 9-7 duel. So and actually after you use your box, it's an 8-7 duel. So it's not unwinnable for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I know he'd be 10 because of the favored mount that gives the bonus. So is your going to Suma uh, like in this situation? I guess Kaizen is a big problem for Swarm decks as well.
Not a big problem. He's just a cheaper from the other two guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a cheaper guy. So
And so
I'm just
this
managing to kill his best resources with the cash he might have and stuff like that.
makes
So
sense.
I'm gonna send a perfect cut just to get more on our guys and stuff like that.
And I assume you
And
have
then
a for greater glory. No, for greater glory. Oh wait, yes, no, maybe.
you'll see.
You
I don't
looking
want
for?
to tell everything yet. This deck is just amazing. Seriously.
I mean,
Um,
I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I would be very impressed for a swarm deck to get over a Toshimoko dueling deck because I know at least on the unicorn side of things that this kind of deck is basically the death of them
yeah. So now you see with the spoils of war, I discarded a fine katana, which is quite alright. I'm just
because you
gonna
have
get it back.
the ancestral to cycle it back up.
Yeah,
That is also a nice little synergy there. I dig it.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. So I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna just take military, not super rocket science here. So I'm just gonna dig out the righteous Akodo because I want more
Yeah, you need. You just,
possibilities of getting the guy.
well, you get a bunch of Kodo anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah. And now we got some other stuff here. Gonna do that. It's gonna target probably Sanary. If target Sanary is a good thing, but probably Gunzo will take the hammer here. Yeah, that's all fine. So here now I'm gonna ring my one cutter.
Yep.
And it's a good thing he brings the Takamori because it's just one guy that not necessarily is a big
Yeah,
menace during conflict.
I was gonna say like Toshimoku can do a lot of work, but at the same time, it seems like Crane's predominant play style of just buying one person every turn can
Mm-hmm.
really bite him in the butt sometimes.
Yeah. So now you see, I just managed to be able to make some honor pressure already.
Yep, which means you can basically win any duel you choose to now.
Yeah. I'm uh, I'm on um, I'm on my way to manage a lot of stuff, so
Yeah,
that's really good. That's really good. So
the favorable ground might be a problem though.
I don't see it yet. Maybe it will be, but right now I'm confident and I'm not afraid of this. Uh,
You are
maybe
a
just
braver
more.
man. You're a braver man than I am.
All right. So I'm just going to check if I can recur anything with the armory because sometimes you can forget about it, which is
Yeah,
kind of good to know or stuff like that. So
it's
what I'm
good
gonna do,
to.
I'm gonna pre-play my fine katana, which is really important because he still has a Sashimoko back. We can say that I think.
Hmm. Yeah, and I guess his only courtier is up. There's a let go.
Um,
Oh, sad pants. Well, no, not
no,
really, because you can just pull it back up.
yeah, exactly.
That huh. So I guess he wasted a let go. That's a thing.
Yeah, and it's important to know is the splash right now. The splash managed
Yep,
to make a huge difference here.
yep. Because now you know there's no favored mounts. There's no uh, talismans to move you bad places.
Yeah, exactly.
So that might have been a misplay on his part, just because you did have the
The armory.
ancestral, yeah, and so
Yeah,
he.
probably it's just people won't see that come in.
I mean, that's the thing. It's
It's,
like no one ever plays that card, so people will just be like, yeah,
yeah,
whatever, it's fine. And then go, oh wait, that actually does something. But yeah, him playing that basically lets you know that you don't have to worry about any movement.
yeah. Now we can play the let go. We'll see if he has another.
Uh huh.
Oh, it looks like not. So I'm
Uh,
just gonna.
I think that might be more of a. I mean, he might not. That's true, but it also might be more of a KG. Let you overcommit and then. Um, God, that's a big number for four bodies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous at the same time.
So why go to City instead of because it's doesn't have the tea house on it.
Yeah,
As I say, because scenario blanking whatever's there, but at the same time. So what's he got? He's got a 10, and you also have a 10.
Yeah, I'm just debating what I'm gonna do because I must not forget that he is courtier also. So I think I'm just gonna like when I don't know really what to play first or last. I'm just managing to do the stronghold.
Yeah, because that also
And
puts
then
you one above Toshimoko, which means he has to give you honor if he wants to win the duel,
yeah,
and he has to give you a lethal amount of honor if he wants to win the duel.
yeah, exactly. And he cannot assassinate me.
Yep.
So I negate his banzai, and then I can just do banzai to just be safe, which is great. We're just gonna see.
Justicar's approach. All right, we got us a jank deck
Uh,
here. The question is, do you have a
yeah,
hand?
I think it's not it's not the first time I have seen that.
Do you have a hand to hand?
Yes, I have a hand to
You
hand.
should play that and get rid of the new name.
Not really because he has two. Well, right now I should more use it for the sticker
Oh, well, no,
approach
that.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize he'd put two on there.
Yeah. So normally it will be this, but after you can choose one of my fine katana, and then after I can choose a fine katana. But the matter is, you can use a seed, the tial.
Yeah.
So it's not something I want to do.
Oh, that makes sense. So now he's not going to be able to do anything to your Matsu Berserker now, which I think basically means you win the conflict.
Yeah.
Because,
Um.
okay,
Well, guess it's one dead here.
yeah, that doesn't super matter. Because he's at 11 and your Matsu Berserker's at 15, so.
Yeah. I think it's just trying to kill or maybe play some kind of stuff that manage him to
Uh,
not
it
bow.
it does give him proving ground draws, so he might be
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
he might be just digging for an answer.
Yeah, sure. So I guess I'll.
I mean, like it looks like you've got a
Yeah, I guess I just
really
pass
yeah,
here.
like there's like you are the definition of winning right now.
Yeah, sure. You can kill that guy if you want.
It's not like she was providing anything useful there.
Yeah. Well, at least he's spending his cards, so Mike has less cards to apply or.
Yeah, I mean, it makes I don't know if it makes sense to do that.
Okay, so now there's an important point here. Managed to return my fine katana, which I was waiting for.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna put the take up command on my Matsu Berserker now.
Okay, and now you can pull in the gun cell. Ah, he did have that let go. I don't think that does enough though, does it?
I'm at 11 and he's at 11.
Yeah, because you get to pick the duelist, right? Of his or her choice. Yeah. And I assume here you're not super concerned about what you actually end up bidding, because it the honor is not necessarily that
Mm-hmm.
important to you, so you can bid high here and be fine.
Yeah, I'm just debating if I'm just going to spend the hand to hand. So I can just manage to blow up one of his katana, and if he's trying to blow up his katana, I just reduce the strength of Toshimoko. Like I will try it. I will try it. Let's just have fun here. Let's just try if that's gonna loop all around.
Yeah. Well, actually, Yeah, he has to trigger it again, but then you can trigger it to take care of a new name or adjust the card's approach, which would make him smaller than the Matsu Berserker in the duels. So you actually do come out ahead in this exchange.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he resolves it again, I would absolutely do it again.
Okay, so he's doing that.
Takes a take a
Yeah,
command. That was an interesting choice.
it's not bad. No, but it's really not bad that he does that. I'm just having fun just to reduce him to neutral. Let's say it like this.
I gotta say, this is the most times I've seen hand-to-hand resolve ever.
Yes, yes, sure. Let's just have fun here.
So you've taken Toshimoko down to a 6, and your guy is
Okay,
11.
okay.
So
He decided to stop. I need to call this like
there was a
sorry, but
there was a lot of fighting in this fight.
now you know he was 11, so I dropped him down to 7,
7, yeah,
and
and
my
so
Master
now,
Berserker just stay as big as he was.
yep, and now like you don't even have to give him honor for the duel because he can't win it.
Yeah,
You don't have to bid high to win.
yeah, exactly. And he was just, because I know he was gonna hand another turn.
Hmm. I mean,
So
I guess he's got to try, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah, that was a concession right there. That was wild. I dig it.
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
did you want to try and queue up another one?
yeah. Sure, I can play another one.
Because
We
I mean,
have
like to my mind, you
yeah,
definitely went against probably one of the harder archetypes for a swarm deck to do.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. He was on on Dragon Slash.
yeah,
Um,
I think you may have had a harder time if he was on Unicorn Splash, just because Toshimoko may have been present in more games.
uh, what was important is the way to play the attachment
Sorry,
was
can you say
really
that again?
important. The order to play the attachment,
Mm-hmm.
it was important there. So if he, for example, is on the unicorn slash, I can still like manage to play hand to hand and stuff like that. What I needed for that fight was at least a banzai, even if I could even him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I could have had like maybe a defend your honor or stuff, but that's why I did low. That's why I make the pressure with the
Yeah,
honor and stuff.
no,
So
that makes total sense.
yeah. So I will just do another one. If you have any question about this one, just tell me.
Yep, nope. So far, it's been fairly quiet, but
Cool. Cool.
I will, you know, this will stay live on my Twitch channel for at least a couple of days, and I'll export it to YouTube so you may get questions in the future as people come across it.
Yeah, sure, sure. Anyways, I posted on the Fibrink TV since a week and a half or so.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
actually, before I forget, uh, copy this link and hang on. See if I can post it to the video or to the stream right now. I'll throw it in chat as a start. But uh, Stream Manager, there we go. Is there a comments feed? Oh, that's the notification, that's the title. Okay, I can't edit it into here, so that's fine. Let me close out of here. Okay, let's see if we can get another game up and see how this deck continue to do.
There, I will just submit, and I will take the same list.
Yep.
Um,
So while we're waiting, what are your thoughts on the latest restricted list change?
there was a few cards missing there. As I told in the LCG general, I'm a bit frustrating to not see Season of War address. For me, Season of War is like we're having a decent game, and then Season of War just come in and now it takes a complete other nature.
Season of War is
Um,
a little too ubiquitous. It's everywhere
it's
for my
too much.
liking.
I think it should be rally, cost zero, and you just discard two cards from the opponent's dynasty provinces.
That might be a bit much. Um, I think that effect should probably be symmetrical
Yeah,
if it's going to exist. Um, but uh, whatever
the problem
cards.
is
Oh,
it's the miling and the randomness of it. I truly hate it
it is.
personally.
Yeah, I can see the random nature of it being um, annoying to say the least.
It,
Especially since Lost Papers got banned because of the fact that it was
uh,
super random.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. It's a bit like dispatch to nowhere. Like season of war will help you do your dispatch to nowhere if you got this after on your province and stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
it's
It,
kind
it,
of
it
it's kind of dumb, but my biggest complaint for a season of war is that it came out right after the crap pack, and
yeah,
and so we didn't get to see any kind of Waldex exist for more than 2 seconds.
yeah, exactly. That's another factor, but it's just like you can just mill the deck and oh we're having a good and tight game and suddenly oh I won because I dishonor you just by marrying your deck.
Yeah, I
It's
can see
just
that.
like what's that? Like what are we doing now? Are we playing a game? No, we're not even more playing a game because I just win by spending two fate because the strongest list with the season of war it's also like, oh, I got my season of war, season of war. Oh, I got my season of war, season of war. So you can have like two, three seasons of war back to back. It should be like limited once per turn, like
Yeah,
per player. Like you do, even two is too much.
I can see making it limit once per dynasty phase. Although I will say I have taken some pleasure in basically chaining seasons of war together against a local who was playing a unicorn swarm deck,
Yeah,
and basically made him mill out his dynasty deck in turn two.
yeah. I know. You can dishonor really fast. Like when the season of war was out, I was playing the Kara splash with the you know the crab item. You can just manage to mile. You discard all cards when you break a province,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yep.
you can have two on the same guy and just do it twice.
And just make all your
So
cards disappear.
yeah,
But see, at that point though, you're building a deck to do that, so it feels a little less bad, in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, it's a strategy, but it's just a randomness. I mean, you
I mean,
shouldn't be able to do another dynasty phase. At least, like there's too much stuff going on for one phase.
mm-hmm.
I think it's the one stupid phase. Like you couldn't be more stupid stuff for one phase. I mean, I'm Scorpion. I'm doing Season of War. Oh, I get my dispatch nowhere. Good game.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a random card. Like it's kind of silly for what it does.
Yeah, I think if it was like zero cost rally and just discarding two cards from the opponent.
Now, I do think it needs to be asymmetrical effect. It needs to affect you as much as it affects your opponent.
Yeah,
Because otherwise,
yeah,
it's like, oh, you flipped two holdings and two dudes. Well, let's get rid of your two dudes, and oh, you got holdings. You don't get to play this turn.
yeah. I can see that. Yeah, you're right. But otherwise, just target non character cards, so you can get rid of the holdings as intended.
Well, that might not be too bad. So, besides Season of War, what else would you have liked to have seen? Or,
I want to see a master tactician on the restricted list.
I mean, you and me both, but it's a yellow card, so it's fine.
No, it's not fine. Uh, master tactician person with trait or so, and just like pumping the tactical ingenuity on it, even if the curse is out. I mean, like
it
only master tactician with the two tactical ingenuities is just like super dumb.
it
It's not even fun. Like when I'm doing this or stuff like that, it's not fun. I have a lot of province flip stuff. I can flip Zantaro and then after boom, I overlay him
and do it
and I
all
just
again.
can or I just can keep it and just win my conflicts and I have like I'm at 10. I have a 10-8. It's just ridiculous. I mean, even 8-8 when honored.
His
Uh,
his stats are ridiculous. Um,
yeah, exactly.
I will say the one thing that has probably made the Master Tactician duck the RL is the fact that he's only looking at lion cards, and lion cards are pretty fair in the game. Um, However, I think if lion gets any really, really good conflict cards, he will become a very a much more complained about card than he currently is.
Well, last time I bring my master tactician, I draw 10 cards.
You drew what?
I drew 10 cards. I drew
Oh yeah.
16 cards overall with the bid and all the stuff.
You know, I've seen Master Tacticians, and Lion has a stupid amount of card draw now. Like that is not just a Scorpion thing anymore. Lion
Like
probably has more dumb card draw.
in
But I saw a Lion player bid one and still draw like 9 cards that turn.
okay, I'm just ready to start the game.
Yep.
With Octave, a very good
Oh, Unicorn.
unicorn player.
So we are looking at. So this game should take like 5 minutes, right?
No, I don't think so. It'll depend how it goes. So
I mean, Unicorn always suffers from the problem of it either wins really fast or it loses really fast.
yeah, I guess maybe a
So
natural cancel for unicorn. Ethan Yarner is a bit
it's a bit.
not necessarily reliable
Yeah.
and so on. I mean,
So do you have the logistics again for the for moving the? I guess you actually don't need to now since you don't have a Gunso there.
not well, not yet. It's not necessarily I need to do it now. I'm just taking the economic message runner right away
Mm-hmm.
to be able to flip as fast as possible the first province I can flip
Yep.
because now I can betterly manage my money.
And I guess the upside is Unicorn is really shitty at political conflicts.
That's why I'm playing captive audience and lion, and I really appreciate it. So no arguments there.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see very
Uh,
many political conflicts resolve.
mhm, indeed.
There might be one or two started that way, but I don't think they'll finish that way.
Yeah.
So, since you are on support of the Unicorn, um, are there any, while you finish buying stuff, um, are there any Unicorn cards you could cut to get under?
For the keeper version?
Yeah, for a keeper version, and maybe runs things like Defend Your Honor or any of the roll lock
Sad-
cards.
sadly, right now I'm working on a seeker version with a seeker of void,
Okay.
but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the pack 4, because there's if you gain 2 honor that on the phase you can sip a province and bring
Oh
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm waiting for that guy to come out. So right now I'm testing the deck without him.
Okay.
So I'm just going to look how it's gonna work and all this
Because
stuff.
I wish the supportive roles were more playable than they currently are.
Yeah.
Because they like it really feels like they need to do more than just add 8 influence. It feels like it needs to be much higher for it to be playable. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm always kind of excited. Oh, that's an unfortunate hit. Upholding authority.
As long as I can
Oh, you have
keep
Sonuri.
my
It's fine.
Tannery.
Yeah, no, you're good. Man, Sonuri's good.
Oh, and he's passing,
And
which
he's
is
passing,
marvelous.
so I guess that's all you then. Hopefully he wasn't planning on resolving upholding authority and is getting blindsided and tilted by Sonuri's text.
Oops, I just made a mistake. I just discarded my 4 Greater Glory because I thought it was the time to trigger it.
Oh no! Well, you
It
had
doesn't
another one,
matter.
so it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Now I'm just gonna pass. I don't care about choosing a cross one here. I can
Yeah, no, I
trigger
think.
stuff. And I want to go water after, so I should be alright. Yeah, you're gonna trigger your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, I mean.
And a new friend.
Hey, look at that! I like that
This is
card.
marvelous. Yeah.
I remember a while ago. This was when Charge was still legal. I tried to make a line deck that ran issue a challenge and admit defeat.
Uh-huh. Went
Uh,
bad.
it actually worked okay, but the deck
Mm-hmm.
absolutely falls apart if you run up against anything that can also cheat characters into play. Because the idea was to, and Charge wasn't legal then. This was a different version, but the idea was to do
Now
that and fall in battle.
I'm looking for the province on left.
Oh, Endless Plains.
Yeah, I was looking for it, but maybe he got his assassinate. Oh yeah, he's on Phoenix Flash Pacifism.
He's
That's
on.
gonna be interesting for sure.
Pacifism. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, it's not bad to play this.
No, I mean it makes sense, right? Because you are like as a clan significantly better at military conflicts. So, but your guys are tiny, so if you can take your big guy out of the equation,
Yeah, exactly.
it'll do a lot of work for you.
Yeah.
And once again, halfway through turn one, you are halfway through your conflict deck.
Yeah.
Oh god, right-handed the Emperor too. Uh, you don't have the fate for it, but that'll be real interesting in a couple turns. So I assume that's there just to make sure you win this conflict.
Yeah.
Because you're going to pull in Sonuri, and 4 is a big number to get over, especially
He
politically.
still has he can still break a province. But I feel good. I mean,
Yeah, no, like
as
you
long
are, especially since he just hit Art of War.
yeah, he probably had his ambusher. No.
Now, I think if he had the Ambusher, uh, that might have already been played, maybe. I think that would have come down to stop the break on Manicured Garden, just to
Sure.
uh, try and set you back a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I guess I will be good. I'm tempted to discard the Master Berserker, but I'll be good. There's still the Fields of Ruin, which I should not forget about it. But I have a message runner.
Yep.
That's good.
Uh, Not that it matters too much, but what's under the. That's not great for him. What's under the exposed courtyard province wall? Oh, that's going to be Kensen Nogaka.
On my stronghold, it's second Nogaka.
Okay, so that's
Exposed
underdogs.
courtyard, it's illustrious word.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe he has
Or
another.
I mean, he's going to need
I don't
one
know.
now, right? Because otherwise, actually, you don't have. I guess logistics is probably the best hit or a perfect cut.
To cut some cards, you mean, or
No, for the exposed courtyard, like what
uh,
what you have in your conflict discard pile.
oh yeah, sure. It can be that. I still have the favor, so we'll see what I'm gonna draw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just debating of what I should bring.
And I assume here your plan is to bid 5 and not necessarily.
No, 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 that's not
Really?
my plan.
Oh, you're gonna try and turn on right hand?
Yeah, I'm just
Sneaky.
debating a bit. Maybe I should just go for. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my two guys. I have no choice, and I'm gonna bring them without fee.
Well, the upside is here Octave only has the money for a Join the Fray or a Cav Reserves.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
didn't draw the logistics, so I couldn't save the other
mm,
here. Anyway, so let's just pass and see what's gonna happen.
that is a very heavily faded Tetsuko.
I guess that's all right. I won't complain it.
So
I
out of
can
here, like
see.
the best thing you can really find is a fine katana, right?
I have mainly everything in my hand right now.
Okay.
All I need to do is defend with everybody. Done.
That I imagine that's a big fuck you to Octave's plan. Because you don't have to play anything to win this conflict with 15 people. Jesus. And that'll shut down HMT and the Shiatomi encampment.
Yeah.
I forget, are you on any conflict characters? Oh, the Vengeful Oath Keepers, okay. Okay, so that. Oh, there's pacifism. That might not do everything he wants it to, though, because she's still for political.
Oh yeah. So I cannot. I can just not attack with her during military, but I can still go political.
Yeah, like,
Hmm. Yeah, sure.
cause,
Let's just see what's gonna
oh, hang on.
happen.
Right hand the Emperor is up to 6 fate, up to
Yeah.
6 printed cost. Oh, the message runner is an Ibushi. Okay. Well, that's kind of sad.
That doesn't matter.
No, I think you shutting down that Tetsuko attack has thrown a giant wrench in the plans.
There's a Yogo Funzo also as spectating the game. Maybe it's your mini you or something.
So I feel kind of bad because when I came up with this handle, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that there was already a Yogo Funzo. I just didn't
Uh-huh.
know. And
Mm-hmm.
apparently at Worlds last year, uh, more than a few people thought that he was me because he had a jacket that said Yogo Funzo. And so apparently people were walking up and kind of being like, "Hey, Dunzo!" He's like, "No, that's not me." But I will freely admit, he had claim to a name well before I did. Okay, so yeah, no, that conflict was only ever going to go. I knew you were a spoiled child. Aww. So yeah, so if Ordu is in the row, um, what is going to be for greater glory? It's always good. Nope, someone's getting banned from chat because I do not want to become rich and famous through Twitch. I don't want to buy followers or subscriptions or whatever the fuck it is people do on this thing. Oh, you straighten the message runner.
Yeah.
So why that instead of bowing to keeper initiate? Or
Because
or do you
it's
just not care
another
about?
conflict. It's another conflict, so I can just go for the defense, and I can just manage the conflict.
Okay. Like I was
Not,
expecting you to bow out the keeper initiate and just deny
yeah, me
the
too. I think about it. I think about it. It's, it's just that I can manage to deal with it. Like doing a great defense while swarming, it's not bad at all. Let us be
no,
honest.
and it is probably quite surprising to the people you play against
Yeah,
because most swarm decks tend to only function on offense and
I,
not do as much on defense.
yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
So
you don't have to
just
do
fast.
anything. Yep.
What I have to do, just fast.
Yep.
Fine.
And we've already seen. Oh wow.
That's a big message runner that's doing the great
Uh
message.
huh. He has a really important message he needs to deliver to the Unicorn Stronghold right now.
You think I should go Unicorn Stronghold?
Uh,
I think it's the right call.
I think so too. Because if you run into Endless Plains, if that's on the row, you get nothing. You
Yeah,
get nothing out of this, and 100% Endless Plains is not going to be on the box. But Midnight Revels
my
is.
travels. I'm so happy
That
about
is that is
that.
amazing. So unless he's got a conflict character,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Matsu Berserker is going to come in.
Well, probably has a talisman. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But that's all right.
yeah, no, it is
I'm
because now if it's oh no, it's not going to be Endless Plains. It's probably going to be what Feast or Famine or maybe Brush Fires,
see.
maybe Meditations. Weight of Duty.
Well,
Oh, because
wait
Khazor
of
Do is
duty.
fire.
Even worse. Um, sure.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Can I do something out of this? I want to discard cards. Right.
What'd you
Let's
get?
see.
Captive. Eh.
Um,
I mean, I guess what you take a perfect cut or logistics actually.
no, logistics.
Get you a card. Keep your courtyard for next conflict,
Uh,
and
right there,
that'll.
baby.
Yep.
Not on the field.
No, that would be a mistake. Okay, and you go into next turn as the first player, which is going to be kind of awkward because I don't think there's like anyone in your deck that Midnight Rebels is going to touch with a
Yeah,
Tetsuko.
exactly.
So that might as well be blank. Yeah, no, everyone's super fucking cheap.
All right. So sometimes it's happening. Like I've got a lot of holdings right here,
Yeah,
but as long as one guy is coming out,
yep. Like,
I'm all right. I'm all good.
I think it's pretty safe to say you will not be getting Passing Fate
It's all right.
at all.
Math here. I can bring one more guy. Oh, see, I can even
I
draw
can draw a
and
card. This is amazing.
yeah, this is just my it's stupid. Let it be honest here. Oh yeah,
Yeah, free is
you have
good.
the right to be there. Come on. All right. So do I bring one more guy? Do I have the money to do stupidity? I guess so. Let's just not be afraid here.
So with only one province accessible to you, you bought four people.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like he tried to low bid you to pop the recruit. Uh, there's the other field of ruin.
Okay. Nothing against that. It's all right. I can manage it. I think.
Yeah, no, I assume you've got a censure in hand, at least.
Yeah, but two censure is always
Two is better
pretty
than
good
one,
too.
yes.
That's what I was expecting for. So I'm gonna go air because there's a face
And
face of dice. I'm sure.
looking at his
I'm sure he
discard
has
pile,
some.
his his cab reserves isn't super great, so you really only have to worry about a join the fray.
I'm not sure about it. Can't always check it, but I mean, I rather cancel the this. I won't think
Because
maybe it's a
the
little bit
and
too early. Yeah.
there it is. Yeah, no, I think that was the last grasp there. All right, I dig this deck. I think it looks like a blast.
Yeah. So in my hand right now, I have one perfect dot, like two other fine katana, two banzai, one Ujik tactics, captive audience, take up command, elegant essence,
Okay,
makeshift war
so
camp,
like
and
you could have easily gotten
a bit.
into like the 30s or 40s of strength, military strength here.
Yeah, exactly. So I just do stronghold. I
Yeah,
get seven more, and I add a makeshift war camp, and I want more.
and you're only on the one Ujik tactics. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you rather keep for the turning the conflict into military
Yeah, no,
and
sure.
the spoils of war. Spoils of war. Yeah. So as you can see, I feel like For Greater Glory was good, but not necessarily optimal. What I could have done also is my fate to play another straighten up to six Bushi.
Mm-hmm.
to, to
and just
fix
try it again.
start bushy. But now, like if you count my guys, there's only one I cannot straighten because I have four cost of one,
Hmm.
and um and the Gonzo plus the obstinate
The
recruit.
opposite
So in
recruit.
case there's a province I couldn't take, I could have done I could have done the right hand just
Hmm.
to be able to attack again with those without dashes
Yep.
and do captive.
And then you just take up commands to bring them in after you switch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's
Nice.
tons of great plays with the deck. It's just sometimes you're a bit tight with the money, so you need to decide whether you keep Raiden or whether you do against FN, whether
Hmm.
you go block. But if that game I wouldn't have blocked, that could have been a problem.
I mean, you are running three right hands, so I guess that does make the deck
It's really
relatively
reliable.
reliable,
Like,
but also kind of expensive. But at the same time, that and the fine katanas are discard fodder to the spoils of war.
yeah, exactly. I mean, for discarding cards, it's never a problem really.
Yeah.
Um, like right hand can be expensive, but normally you never regret it. I mean, like you can have a cancel against Scorpion, for example, but
Hmm.
normally like Scorpion, you will play your elegant assassin, and as long you can do the at least a sensor or so, then if you have no other choice, you will do the right hand.
Right.
You will play more carefully. That's what I meant.
Yeah. No, I mean that's also a good skill to develop is
Exactly, and
playing cautiously
uh,
when required. All right.
yeah,
Well, we are right at the hour mark, so I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Thank you for doing this with me. I enjoyed watching
yeah, me too. Real
a new
pleasure.
kind of deck.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
pleasure. I mean, I did a bit of different builds
Hmm.
before getting to the last version. I mean, that's why I said like the way to persevere because like at first I wasn't really satisfied with the result. But the result I know it could have been improved, and finally I come up with the list which where it's mainly the great. Sometimes like you can have a Mitsu late game and then you're on stronghold once it happens and I just got beat by a Mitsu. I went on the stronghold with 45
Jesus.
and Mitsu starts at 11 and it finishes at 47. But it plays like 12 cards and
Yeah, like two
with
ticket two.
drawing stuff and you know how it's working
Yeah,
and
it's two acolytes, a bunch of
yeah.
hurricane punches, the occasional void fist, and all of a sudden.
Yeah. Anyway, probably I will come back to you with some other version and all the stuff. I know, like I've been speaking a lot on the Cybercrime community. There's a Corteus also that is more on the keeper side.
Hmm.
Like he brings up a swarm with keeper, stuff like that, and there's a swarm can be really good for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, it's on the map, so proof. I did my proof about it. So no doubt. Okay, thank you to allow me to for the stream and everything. It was a
No,
pleasure.
thank
And
you for doing this. If anyone has any questions, either from the stream or watching this after effect, you can reach my companion here at AkodoT1 on the Discord.
all right, see ya.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.